Hey everybody, it is already week 2. I have a lot I need to do today. I did a little bit of reading for the spiritual class this morning. I have to do a logo this week. I was supposed to have it done last week, but I was sick. But like, not sick. Basically, I really wanted to go to a concert over the weekend, and I was like, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I take really good care of myself. And so I basically slept, did these classes, ate, that's about it. Good news is I tested negative and was all clear before the concert. You can get up, go on. So I did get, I'm sorry. So I did get to go to the concert. I'm really excited. I might throw in a few like photos or videos here while I'm talking. Just because why not, you know? So I have I've got reports I gotta do for work. I got the logo I said that I had to do. And I also have to just, finish editing week 1. I have to, what else do I gotta do? Oh, I got a whole set of photos I got to edit and send out. I gotta plan the next photo shoot for it. But also, this week is the last week of bear hunting, like over bait. And so I've missed the first 3 weeks. So I'm going to be going probably as much as I can. I'm super nervous. I have never been before. I know the people though, and they're all really great people. So shouldn't be too bad, but still a lot of stress. So today it is almost noon, I think. Almost noon. So I did read 1 chapter out of like the 3 that I needed to for the spiritual class this week. I'm gonna go head out to MySpace, I think, and probably work on either the logo or the reports, and then go from there. So yeah, I also have to, this week will include, not in the video, but I need to put my laundry all away. So then I can include in the video decorating for Halloween. I got a couple of Halloween things that I want to decorate with. So we'll have that in this vlog this time as something fun. But yeah, I think that's all for right now. I thought you guys might enjoy book mail, because who doesn't like book mail? I got some Barnes & Noble gift cards, so I was like, let's do it. And I got 2 books. This should be 2. If it's not 2, it is 2. Perfect. These are 2 books in a series that I've been reading, and I wanted to read more of it, and so I got the next 2 books. So it's by a Maine author, and he writes about a game warden in Maine. So this is book 2 and 3. I have book 1 already. So I got 2 and 3. So now I can read these. I'm debating. I thought it'd be kind of cool because I've been really interested in Maine books, about maybe doing like a reading vlog of like different Maine authors. Like I'll throw in Stephen King. We can do this guy, Paul Dorian. I know of like Jerry Boyle, and some others. So I thought that could be kind of fun to maybe do like a Maine author reading vlog one time. Maybe after this semester is over. Alright, it is the second day of week 2. I'm getting a bunch of messages, of course. I have literally under my camera, because I set it up on it, Shadow Warrior, which I'm going to go out and sit on the deck and work on editing those chapters for a little bit. But first, I gotta clean up this table because it's not as messy as it was, but it's a mess. So that's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna clean off the table, make it look a little nicer, and then we're gonna go from there and go outside and sit and edit and stuff. So let's get on this so we can get it done. Hey all, it's day 3 of week 2. It's Wednesday. Yesterday I went through and I did the editing for Shadow Warrior. I have one more week left in this one. I think when we get to week 7, when I'm doing the figuring out which one I'm going to fully edit on the computer, I'm gonna have to go through and like take notes of things, because I'll like make a comment about like, oh, this scene should be moved maybe over here. And if I don't know all of those up front, I'm going to forget, and we're going to completely, like, mess up the editing because I'm going to forget and I'm going to edit something. So I think I'm going to go down, like, through each chapter and write a list, because there's one where I was like, this chapter should be split into 2, and part of it should be moved earlier in the book, and the other half should just be enhanced as, like, it is. So, like, that one I'm going to have to move earlier in the book, kind of thing. We're going to have to do that when we get to that point. I do have one more week of this, and then I have 3 weeks of reading and editing the other one. So we won't have to worry about it right off immediately. I think it will also help having that little waiting period before going through and writing them down, because then, like, things will stand out more. Whereas, you know, right now I've read it and it's fresh and it's like, oh, you know, not as, like, standouty kind of thing. Standouty is not a word, don't mind me. Like, there's things reading through that I'm like, wow, I thought that was a good idea when I wrote that. Girl, no. Today we're studying on the 90 Days to Your Novel reading, and probably it's outlining, I think. Brainstorm, chart, and outline is the beginning, and we're doing the first 7 days, and yeah, so we're gonna go through, we're gonna read this, and then we're gonna start working on, there's so many trucks on the road. We're gonna start working on the assignments that they have in these to get prepared. Next week is super long. I did 2 weeks in one. So next week we're gonna like have a time. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I just made a bagel. I'm gonna put cream cheese on it, and I'm gonna eat and read this, and we're gonna go from there for today. All right, we got to the end of day 1 in this like 90 Days to Your Novel here. What is that doing in there? And there's assignments, so we are going to do those here. This first assignment is brainstorming memories, because it was talking about how, like, writing can come from memories, and your memories can, you know, bring out people or places or things or anything like that that can actually really help you in your writing and, like, coming up with characters and settings and stuff. And so it's asking to list people, places, things, and some memories. So that is what we're going to do right now. Yeah. I accomplished day 1, the task, assignment, whatever. You're supposed to do these for like 2 hours each, but because I'm trying to fit 7 days into 3, that's not gonna happen. But I'm trying to do the assignment even just for a little bit of time to still get that, the immersion in it, to actually do it, to accomplish it. While it may not be as long as this book recommends going for, I am still doing each one. I am about to do day 2, the assignment for day 2, which is, the goal of this assignment is to practice writing with your senses. Select 2 memories from yesterday's writing and write a scene bringing each of these memories to life. What do you remember seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling, or thinking? Try to provide as many details as possible as you reimagine the event in your mind. How can you make the story come alive for your readers? So basically taking a couple of the writings from day 1 and just enhancing the detail, which that's pretty easy. We can do that. Then it does, we were talking a lot about grammar in this section too. It was like grammar and details. So the second part of the assignment is printing it out, rereading what you've written, and circling all the B words, like the B verbs. I'm probably not going to do that section just because I am trying to fit 7 days of this into 3. And I feel like that, at this point, is probably unnecessary for me. I do feel like this book is much more geared towards people who are first getting into writing and not so much like have written a bunch, because like this focus on the grammar of the be verbs, and it's really looking into active and passive voice, which at this point, like, yes, I still need grammar refreshers every once in a while because I am a dumb and I forget things. I feel like that's not a focus I need to usually focus on. My focus is usually onto, like, the actual, like, structure. And that's kind of what I was more looking into getting out of this 90 Days to Your Novel, was more, like, better ways to structure and write and stuff. So that little piece with the grammar assignment, I'm probably not going to do. It's tomorrow and Friday, and I believe Saturday I am going bear hunting again. I believe, depends on how things go. So that takes a few hours out of my evening. We usually leave about, like, 3-ish here, go up. I head out into the woods for about, like, 4, 5. I'm out there for a couple hours, go back, have food, come back, and back by, like, 9:30. So that does take a good chunk of time out of my day, and I'm not comfortable yet because I am still sitting with somebody because I'm fairly new to this, like pulling out my phone and working on things while, like, we're sitting out there. While, you know, it's probably fine because it's my hunt, I still feel really awkward, you know? That is kind of why I am cutting that piece out, along with, like, I feel like I am comfortable in my knowledge with grammar that I can skip that. So I'm going to go do day 2 and maybe day 3. What's the assignment for day 3? I haven't read through day 3. Let's see. Assignment for day 3. The goal of this assignment is to familiar yourself with a minimum of 10 characters. Select 3 people you revisited in your day 1 exercise. Write a 1-page character bio for each. You want to consider not only your character's history, experiences, family, and outlook, but also some of the smaller details listed in the questions above. Once you've completed these 3 character bios, write a character bio for at least 7 other interesting or compelling characters that may become a part of your novel. Remember, don't worry at this point about each character's actual role in your novel. Simply focus on getting to know your character the best you can. So things I didn't think of going into this, doing 90 Days to Your Novel, was that I'm going to have to write a novel. Look, no one said I was smart, okay? No one. My debate, I may do day 3, I'm not sure. My debate right now is, do I rewrite a story I've already written, using this to kind of build an outline and, like, dive into everybody, or do I try and create something completely new? I have, I think, 3 options maybe of what I would do like a redo of. The first one is well, not even a redo, but like, well, the 3 that I thought of would be technically redos, yes. The first one is the second Shadow Warrior book. I wrote like 4 or 5 chapters or something. I don't remember how much I actually wrote, but that one could be an option because I am editing the first one, and I always wanted to make sure that I had, when I'm ready to publish the first one, the second one basically ready to publish too, the third one almost there, and the fourth one drafted, basically. So I kind of got to get on that if that's what we're going to do. The second option was I came up with like a Western drama series that was like Red Dead Redemption meets Heartland. A historical fiction with a lot of outlaws and stuff, but it's like an outlaw trying to be good. So he's working as a marshal, but still like uses his skills. And meets up with a girl that is basically like, not really shunned, but like, she's much more into a ranch, like acts like a boy than a girl, and in, you know, that time period, and that's kind of not a cool thing to do. And the last option is I came up with a short story in college that was around colors and describing color to someone who can't see color, and maybe doing that one again. I think I wrote like 2/3 of a novel for that one, and I just have never finished. So maybe I'll do that one. Maybe I'll take this exercise of the characters and do my main characters for each of these and see where it takes me. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Day 3, when I get to it, is going to be me writing these character sheets for each of the main characters. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Okay, look, I take back what I said. I can be smart sometimes when the dog doesn't have the one brain cell in the family. You know, it's fine. Alright, everybody. So, I managed to do day 2 last night. And so day 3, I have created character sheets on this. Actually, make it easier. So I have the 10 character sheets that I'm supposed to have for this, like, exercise. And I just went through and I kind of wrote down what the things were and kind of give space between each one, made it into PDF and put it into this program. This is OneNote. So basically what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to start with each character that we're going to do. I think Clicky Clacky needs his nails done. With each one, I think I'm going to do the Octavia's Colors 2 characters, the Western 2 characters, and the 5 from Shadow Warrior. So basically, I just made it so I could easily, you know, go like this, and then once I find my, oh, hello. We're going to need a pen that kind of matches. Maybe. Like, the color scheme of the book is kind of a teal, so we're going to do, like, a teal color. There we go. We'll do, like, that one. And so that's what we'll do. We'll start with, like, right off with, like, oh, that is not the size we want. Let's make it smaller. And then this is what I'm going to do for each one. Go through, fill out the section. If I note, like, some of it, the ages, I'm not fully certain of at the moment. I might not fill that out, but I'm going to go fill the rest out for each of these sheets, and we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, so I did 9 character sheets. So I'm going to read day 4 and maybe do that assignment. Yeah, because it's just writing like a little character-based thing, I think. So I might do that assignment real quick. I'm at least going to read day 4. I might actually read day 4, 5, 6, and 7. Like, read the days. And then maybe tomorrow do the assignments. Depending on time. Because I am going bear hunting again. And hopefully I don't sleep in like I did today. Anyway, I saw a bear today, so hoping maybe tomorrow could get a bear. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is read through the days, I think, tonight before I go to bed, because I just got off playing some Fortnite, but I did do 9 character sheets. This thing says do 10, but, like, I've been thinking for, like, what I was doing with 2 from Octavia's Colors, 2 from the Western, and the 5 from Shadow Warrior, that was plenty. But yeah, so I'm going to go through, read those, and I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow I am making some cupcakes throughout the day, because Saturday we're going to take them, because it's the last day of the season. And I think that's all. So I read through day 5, 6, and 7 last night. 5 is, I have to, wait, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. I know numbers. No, I don't. So 4 is, there's a chart. I have to choose a character from list A, quality from list B, and write a sketch, and then choose a situation from list C, and brainstorm the ways in which such a character, when faced with the situation, might react to it. And I have to write a short scene. And then it wants me to take my characters from day 2, at least 5, write a paragraph answering the following questions. What does my character want most in the world? What obstacles, events, or people will stand in the way of my character getting what he wants? Once you finish, you'll have a greater sense of what motivates your character. Want you to compose a 250-word synopsis for your current novel idea. Who will be your main protagonist? What major events might take place? Does the synopsis seem interesting enough to sustain a novel-length work? So I think what I'm going to do with those questions is put them in the couple characters I pick for this exercise, and I'll write them in like a different color, and then I'll answer it down below. Day 5 is about setting. So day 5's assignment is select at least 3 of your characters from your the bios and write a description of where they live. And day 6 goes on to emotions. The assignment for day 6 is practicing conveying emotion through description, dialogue, and action. Remember, never tell your reader exactly what the character is feeling. Number 7 was dialogue, and there was a lot in this book that I just did not agree with. There was a lot of, it was very like, your dialogue always has to do these things. And I was like, well, it doesn't always have to. Like, you're having a conversation. Sometimes conversations don't reveal a whole lot. But then it said something like, avoid beginning a scene with a line of dialogue. And I was like, sometimes beginning a scene with dialogue is the perfect way to go. Because, like, starting a scene beginning with dialogue can throw you right into what is happening. You just need to, like, be able to be clear of who it was that is speaking, which is what dialogue tracks are for. So this is kind of where I first was starting to have an issue with this. I mean, this is very heavily, like, you need to outline, and you need to outline so heavily that, like, your novel, like, will write itself, in a way. Which is not usually my style, but, like, whatever. If that's what works for people, that's what works for people. But, like, this dialogue section, I'm good at dialogue. Like, that has been my praise from professors in college, from other people. Which is funny, because I can't talk in real life, but, it works. Well, that kind of just threw me off a little bit. But day 7 is practice engaging your characters with other characters, and in addition, practice writing dialogue to real elements of your characters. Those are what we're going to do today. We're going to do those 3. 4. I can count. All right. So, there's a freaking trunk right here. I don't know what angle to go at. I'm sorry. Anyway, it is, 10 on the 20th, technically Friday. I did a little bit of the things earlier. I'm going to do the activities here, assignments here in a minute. I am going to finish the assignments here in a minute, but first I'm like, you know what? I want to decorate for Halloween. So we are breaking open, there's the bag there, and there's a tote there. And this is the angle you're going to get because I still haven't taken care of my laundry. Actually, I might turn it here in a second so you can see things without my laundry. I want to get some Halloween, like, lights. But I don't know where I'd hang them. So I guess we'll figure that out here soon-ish. But, yeah, so we're gonna decorate for Halloween, and then we're gonna get working, and hopefully finish everything tonight. I only have a couple hours before I gotta go to bed, but we'll see. Let's do this.
It's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor, but we have some unfinished business.
Okay, so it's Saturday. We are like 15 minutes from getting ready to go up to go bear hunting. So I have been doing these assignments, catching up on them. I did 4 last night completely, and I've been doing the others a little bit here and there, kind of like jumping around between them, which actually is kind of working in a way for me. But it did lead me to a whole other problem with the story that I think I was going to, like, essentially write, because apparently I did not write as much as I thought I had. I don't know what, like, the story is, in a way. Basically, it's a guy with monochromacy, which is, like, you can only see black, white, gray kind of thing. It's a type of color blindness. And he meets this girl who has cancer, and she kind of starts describing color to him in ways that, like, actually resonate versus, like, people just, like, you know, treating him like a little bit of a circus monkey with it, of, like, oh, you can't see color at all kind of thing. So I was doing some research into it and, like, looking at what people said, but I'm like, I feel like I'm going to do this all wrong, for one. Like, I don't want to make him seem like can't do anything, because he can. Like, he's successful in his life, just he can't see color. And, like, his own worst enemy isn't actually other people, it's, like, in his head. So, like, I don't know where to go with that, I guess. I'm debating on putting a post out on Reddit and being like, hey, can someone give me, like, a little bit of, like, this is kind of what it's like, and maybe get, like, a sensitivity reader or something. The problem is this is a very rare thing, so, like, there's not even a lot of people who have it. Originally he was going to be blind, but then it was, like, it didn't make sense. When this was a short story in college, because this started as a short story, is what it was. For her, she ends up having cancer, and terminal cancer, and so she's kind of trying to just take things day by day and live life, because she doesn't know how much she just got left. But, like, I feel like there's not a whole lot of, like, motivation in a way, I guess. I don't know. They kind of like obviously grow together, and like eventually she tells him what's going on and whatnot. But now I'm having that problem of, what is this supposed to do? So I'm a little annoyed at like, at that aspect, I guess. So I'm going to just continue finishing these exercises, assignments for today, for this week. And I'm going to go do the prompt, probably off camera, because I'm going to try and like just wrap this up, because I know it's already pretty long. Yay for long videos. But yeah, I like, now I'm questioning a lot. So I think next week, depending on what this book is going to bring out, is going to bring out a lot of questions, I think, about going forward and moving forward and what we're going to be doing. I think I'm going to try and wrap this up here. So this will be the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know down below how you think it's going. For me, it's at this point stress, but that's because this week has been very busy. But let me know, guys. Like, I'm curious. Like, have you been trying something like this? Like, have you been doing writing school? Like, I went to school for creative writing, so this is not abnormal. But yeah, let me know down below what you think. If this is not the end of the video, then there'll be extra here. If it is, I will see you all in the next one.